Madame Jogo, depuis Paris.
Bayo, Amono, Borobene, pardon de Wemabana, Wembana, 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 Yawe Wembana, Jule, Jule Wemabana, Nago. Bayo, Moraka, Maya, Mora, Bebe, you may die, you can win. Wemo, Wemo, Wemodo, Wemodo, come on, you bring a hand up with the bean. I'm on a photo where you never done the Wemabana, you like it. Now we are the money, one will not be on the money. Now we will ban you. You like it, you like it, you like it, now we will ban it. Bayo, Morate,
Honorable Neto René de Teriaki, on est à Miyagi.
voilà, we are Jule. Quand we are Jule, Montin, les we are Jule, et yo, na you. Mais we are Jule. Mais we are Jule, mon espérant, moi je m'en ai un mon petit nous de na quoi. Na mon est Jule, moi mon bana. You like me, you like me, you like me, na mon dit na we banane. Baru tadi o Jule money la moto yo. Sibli nwelo, Jule jane la mo na yo.
Hey, va. Jule wemo, Jule wemo, Jule wemo, Jule wemo bana. Agwale bwane bwane, yo iso mbali ukanywa. Hey, na deno. Amabwe kilo, wamuwa. Wamuyi, wamuyi. Kristo mwenye baru, wamuye na nyeo, wamudiri, wamudodo, dodo, na wado, wado. Jule wemo, moye jule wemo, moye wemo, nanyiba kwa mwe. Agwale bwane bwane, yo iso mbali ukanywa. Hey, bao. Mondo yala nole. Ne Kristo bona mo. Baru tensio wemo. Si e bala yo. Ale jure. Baba na nyo. Bako mo e na nyo. Na wi wale ni e.
And so I'd like to say, paramount and cardinal to the well-being of the people of Nigeria, County, Liberia, Africa, and our one global world. I'd like to say as well to all of our followers, whatsoever you find yourself tonight and whatever you are doing, I'd love to say do it to the best of your ability. And of course, tonight my name is John Goa. I'm actually waiting on our panelists. But again, to begin with, we're going to start with the real stories from Front Page Africa and other newspapers in the country. As may be aware today, the majority blog, the anti-COFA blog on today, had a section in the John Chimon at the building. And so, folks, we're going to play you latest development that's related to things that actually occurred today at the level of the Capitol building. And so, folks, tonight, let's see whether we can bring you few stories from Front Page Africa and the other national newspapers around here. Uh, this story says, my TV Senator Emmanuel Nukwe caught on tape relating to budget manipulations employed to unseat Speaker Konati Kofa. So they get this story. This one says Senator Emmanuel Nuke has been caught on tape discussing reasons why he disapproved the increment of the Liberia Special Prison Authority headed by Prince Wright in the 2023-2024 national budget. Two alternative telephone audio tapes exclusively obtained by Front Page Africa reveal how the Margibi County Senator lobbied with his colleagues to reduce the internal or initial 800,000 budget of the entity to 600,000 because the institutions, according to Ningwe, is moribund and headed by a resident of the county. Senator Nungwe accused Representative Eden Atop Red, co-chair on the House Committee on Ways, Means, and Finance, and wife of Prince Red, of increasing the budget of the entity in power of Hosmo, whom he claims has caused or used the opportunity to employ over 700 Nigerians resident of the county. Senator Nugwe is here in the audio. She, Ellen Ato Red, increased the entity budget from 200,000 to 800,000. When I entered the committee room, I told my colleagues to reduce it because the entity was moribund. Since then, our husband has employed over 70 people from Margibi County. Speaking about the current leadership in past at the House of Representatives, Senator Nugwe said, though a battered House Speaker J. Fonati Kofa is his friends, and he chose not to get involved within his retentions as Speaker because he, Fonati Kofa, has empowered Representative Anto Red by making her co-chair on Ways, Means, and Finance. His words, he's not a bad person, he's my friend, he's my brother. I can do anything for Speaker Fonati, but for him to take the speakership and delegate it to that stupid, foolish, irresponsible, and rude, and to think that I'm going to fight for him, I cannot do it. If that is why he's missing and he's accusing me everywhere, he can do anything he wants to do. But I cannot get involved into it only because of that girl and her husband. George Weah called me today and said, talk to my Peking. It was in the Clarence guy because he's resolved in removing Kovar as speaker. I told him, Mr. President, you know that President Gar had never wanted Fonati Kovar as speaker. He joined the Congress of Democratic Change through the Liberian People's Democratic Party, and he pays political and the party political leader Eddie Starr and Fonati Kovar are not on good terms because Fonati brought down Starr when he was asked to investigate the global witness saga. And the leak audio many used in Margibi County are voicing that this content loud and clear. We have watched this county struggle with underdevelopment, and it is clear that Nikwe's savage leadership is at the height of the set on the lead progenitors of the one Margibi agenda. A group fostering unity in the county, Joseph O'Bayan. He seems to want only himself and his family to strive while leaving the rest of us to fend for ourselves. He also wants us to benefit from any government initiative. She heading cattle rate increased the entity budget from 200,000 to 800,000 when I entered the committee room. I told my colleagues to reduce it because the entity was moribund. Since then, her husband has employed over 70 people from Margibi County. And these are people who are on the internet abusing me. It's not a bad person. He's my brother. I can do anything for Speaker Fonati, but for him to take the speakership and dedicate it to that stupid, foolish, irresponsible, and rude guy, and to think that I'm going to fight for him, I cannot do it. If that is why he's missing and is accusing me everywhere, he can do anything he wants to do, but I cannot get involved into it only because of that girl and her husband. Citizens says liquid actions reflect a broader pattern of neglect towards the county's potentials for growth and opportunity. There have been countless instances where he prioritized his interests over the needs of the people. Added Stanley Cooper, a resident of the county in Ezra, we need leaders who put a commitment, not those who obstruct progress or personal gain. So this is the recording. So that was the link audio of Emmanuel Nikwe, Senator of Margibi County.
You know that the freezer authority, they had 2,000. They want to put 800,000 there. She put 800,000. When the community run and told them to pay more money, subsidy, we get 800,000. We reduce it to 600. Then they went at 50,000. Is that money now they may be using? They may have 8 employees. And you don't remember the employer. They employ more than 70 employees there. 50% is over Margibi. Those are people who are on the internet every day attacking me. No, those are people on the internet every day they're attacking me. So you're struggling to open my chest and to fight for volunteers so they can do the money to a hospital so that he can be put in me. You know, when you come into it, I tell you, I'm going back. I tell you, they say, I'm big. It was so most of the big. I said, no, I'm big. I don't miss no crowd. I said, first, I told you, I think there was a brother, not on the for nothing. You know, crowd, John Series, you told them, DTP, Tala Party, Tala All Cry, Tala, for the thing, they're out there. They saw the woman when it's for the thing was a kicker, the kiss against Tala, for us to remove Tala from the real, we're going to be speaker, for that is a requirement from the speaker. And that's why I have always going to it. So, my Tala called I don't have support in that matter, I said, no, not support in that. You know, and for the thing, they are not being friends. Come on, when I do want to be, there is people who are going to be training. So, you can't.
So that was the leak audio on the angle of Emmanuel Ninkwe, Senator of Margibi County. He said why the project was reduced. It is for that particular institution free zone. It is because Speaker Theophonati Kufa is in support of Representative Eden Arthur Red, and so it is based upon that he has decided to reduce the budget. Also, he's not going to fight for Speaker Kova because the anti-Kova bloc are fighting him. While it's true that Kova is a friend, is his brother, but again, he's not going to fight in making sure that Kova in his seat as Speaker of the 55th National Legislature. The frustrations among Margibian So these are stories we're following. We are so sorry for the break-in transmission. Stories we are following. The frustration the moment giving is real, with many calling for citizen actions and advocating for a change in leadership. As the county deals with the effects of the senator's actions, residents find themselves questioning the motivations of those in power and their commitment to fostering economic growth. Calls for protests and community meetings are escalating as residents demand a leader that prioritizes the well-being of the citizens. As Senator Ninkwe faces increasing scrutiny, the features of empowerment and development in Margibi County and the balance, prompting a critical examinations of leaderships and according to Kubo. In December 2023, the United States government winds its sanctions against Liberian officials, issuing visa restrictions against former Finance Minister Sandra Tuwe and Senator Abbott T.Chi of Grand Creek County and Emmanuel Ninkwe. The U.S. State Department said pursuant to Section 7031C, it publicly designated Mr. Tuwe, Senator Chi, and Senator Ninkwe for their alleged involvement in significant corruptions by abusing their public positions through soliciting, accepting, and offering bribes. The U.S. government accused the top Liberian officials of offering or receiving bribes to manipulate legislative processes and public funds, including legislative reporting and money sector's activity. As part of this action, the U.S. explained that their immediate family members were also decimated. With the latest leaked audio on Senator Nugwe, political observers say the U.S. government was right to place sanctions on him concerning his attempts in manipulating the budget. So there we are, Joshua S. Gao, thanks for following his Evelyn and Joshua S. Gao following from Orowville. Abel the African say, I love to appear on news and allegations very soon. Both Alicia K. Mago, moderate this time. Alicia K. Mago say, Abel the African will leave my holy name alone. And so, folks, keep following. This is the program Face the Issues here on Voice of GDA, where we discuss cross-section of the issues that are very paramount and cardinal to the well-being of the people of Brandira County, Liberia, Africa, and our one global world. Of course, tonight I'm here. Hope you're also out there for me. I'm playing the listening room. Let's see whether we can get this story from. This one is from the international scene. And this one says Americans are heading to the polls to vote for the next president. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump each need at least 270 electoral votes to win. The battleground states of Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin are expected to be the voter to the path to victory. Harris and Trump tied with 3 votes each in the tiny New Hampshire community of Dixville Lodge, which opened and closed its polls just after midnight ET in a decades-old tradition. To follow this all-important video, you can visit the CNN's vote handbook to see how to vote in your area. Bring up on the 2024 candidates and proposal and check what time polls close in your place. So the election in the United States of America is neck to neck between Kamala Harris and that of Donald Trump. Kamala Harris is the vice president of the United States of America, where Donald Trump is the former president, wanting to be president for the United States of America. And so, folks, as may be aware, after the decision of the Supreme Court calling on the 43 lawmakers that form the anti-COVID bloc to removing the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature on ground that he's allegedly involved in the corruption and conflict of interest. Recently, the Supreme Court for a conference wherein Van A. Sherman was there. He was the consultant and counselor for the anti-COVID bloc. And the hearing was done where in the Supreme Court ordered the 43 lawmakers to appear before the regular section, the regular chamber, to discuss and see how best whether the speaker can be removed or not. But again, today, looking at the decision of the Supreme Court has been violated and was not taken serious by the anti-COVID bloc. The Earlier on today, have John Chibon of the 55th National Legislature at the Capitol building. And so there are a lot of things that were discussed in that particular area. And so we're going to play you some recordings of our issues that were discussed at that particular area. Issues and things that were discussed at that area. We're going to see how best that we played it. But again, let us first bring you this one. In the Chibon of the Kova block, this is though we were able to reach the quorum today to conduct election. So this is what was discussed today in that area. Questions were asked. They were also able to let me see what I get this. Wow, what's going on with this? What's really going on with this? I'm trying my best to get it straight. The audio is not coming out. The audio is what we need. The audio is not coming out. Is what we need. So I'm going to do all I can to get the audio. I'm going to do all I can.
The 17th sitting of the term. The 17th sitting of the term quarter of the Honorable House of Representatives, that of the first section of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. And now, therefore, the session is hereby called to order, and it is hereby so ordered. Amen. If you have your Bibles with you, I want to sleep this gathering on the subject.
This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Let me see what I can get. What I really want tonight here on this platform. Let me see what I can get this. Let me see what I can get. What I want.
For questioning.
Okay, this is what I want.
Communication says for your gross disrespect to your fellow colleagues, referencing the process with the speaker, lacking the interest of the reference was denied entering, and doesn't is for gross disrespect to your colleagues. On that basis, they have decided to investigate the matters regarding insults and so who actually said that? So the communication of perform as lawmakers from Riverton County for Honorable Steve Tiquat, Honorable So if you say communication in a meeting. Some so if in a group of something in a meeting anywhere and they are inviting me, I basically don't go to lectures for me. I basically don't go to ghettos for legislative. I go to church ghetto. I'm telling you. Where I won't go for legislative meetings. Legislative meetings have been held on Capitol Hill right here. So if for any reason they invited me in the market to go to a market with me to talk legislative issues for public, I won't go there. Okay? If I go call me on you that come out and want to discuss legislative issue or our issue in Capitol Hill, I won't go there. We have one down here. Which is being managed by the speaker that was elected by members of the 55th National Legislature on January 15th. So for me, I'm not rebelling against the state. I'm a peaceful citizen of the law. If for any reason, any representative or group of representatives gather in any meeting anywhere at the level in the community, to the mosque, in their church, and they gather for meeting, I think this is important that they channel their communication through the speaker, Honorable J. Francis Kofa, and the speaker will be able to bring out the prayer we have discussed as a issue. I'm just giving you an example. If anybody go for meeting in network, in church, in mosque, anywhere that has to do with legislative premises, I think it's wrong. The communication through anything that has to do with our legislative practices here on Capitol Hill, they should go or be channeled through the Senator's office. The chief clerk, the speaker, and class A. She was here for us to go through the process. But if people listen to the media, what has been happening here? What is going to be the Liberian people and our followers? This is not in the interest of the Liberian people. What guys you see over there, they are fighting for themselves. They are being selfish against the interest of the Liberian people. But what we want to say here, and I want to challenge this process and even the speaker clear from Article 5. If speaker cover does not honor the house, I will let speaker cover a project. People honor the house. Send them very honor in the transfer making the center of people making to work in the interest of the you see how this man is working with the executive, working with everybody to make sure the library is okay. Imagine his people is telling you that all hospitals in Liberia carry on diagnosis, different operations, everything to make this in the hospital. Speaker is saying the money in the budget should be in the interest of the library. To focus on our public schools, to focus on how we place in the budget for our different schools in the country. We're going to send our children to school. How can we buttress the effort of the private and public school in the country? Now, when the speaker said they made it one year, so they made kind of parties that they used to go to obtain 26 and only the money that the better boy and better home are supposed to benefit from the University of Liberia. And other corporations that come here, they may not collect all that money. Because the speaker said the money should go to the people. And he guys are going against this man because he has refused to go and share money with people. So that how much supposed to do CDC has a work, CDC has a leadership. That is our institution. If CDC feels that whatever any lawmaker which one their party is doing, that is CDC decision. From the legislature, as the chairman of Marital, okay, I'm telling you that those guys are not in the interest of the Liberian people. And we are on the side of the Liberian people. And the speaker is on the side of the Liberian people. That's what everybody gets.
So that was the voice of the Friends of Foco. There he was rather bringing out issues why the 43 lawmakers are refusing to, or the 43 lawmakers are against Speaker Copa. According to him, the Speaker is anticipating of calling for audits. So, folks, those 43 lawmakers do not want the audits to be heard, and it's predicated upon that they are going against the Speaker. That's a statement. And all of the lawmakers, the 43 lawmakers, the anti-Copa bloc lawmakers also have they are and so we're going to bring you more development here tonight here on this platform. Why? It's true that we are waiting on our panelists, but again, we're going to bring you more development tonight here on this wonderful. So this is the section of the anti-Copa bill. Listen to it.
Distinguished colleague, rather than listening to well-written communication and the impact says of it on our country, communication be received and communicated to the Ministry of International Violence and Hate Services to come and explain to his own the progress of our said as a whole. Distinguished colleagues with the motion to accept the vote on Williams One of the facts, this communication was earlier flared by one of our colleagues from the person of and the matter was referred to the chair and the committee on judiciary. Meaning that the chairman is here. And will let him give us some updates on the title. They will proceed from the says that the essence is to come and explain. And in an order that this communication speak to that reality, and so we can. Honorable Deputy Speaker, co-presiding distinguished colleagues, I listened to the motion and then the colleagues fully found out whole county. And I would like to make you to assess this amendment. At this place, it is an intellectual theater. Every time a communication is perfect on flow, an individual not thinking about the time. He has found on his own communication what necessitated such communication. So on that basis, I will be ready to go. If they give our lender colleagues and me back out to expound on this commission. If giving 2 years, I'll be ready to vote. I'll expound Mr. Presiding and to my lender colleague from Maryland, 2 million requests as well as Deputy Speaker, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues, the entire local government act we need to revisit it. I think it was a calculated attempt to remove the lawmakers under the development package of our various districts in this country. that particular local government act can be representing the people in our various districts, in the 73 districts, and we are completely out. So, so our relevance is that particular communication, that law that was passed, we need to revisit it and improve on it. Thank you. You get to the movement, please. We should improve on the local government act. Okay, it is noted. Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, with the amendment bills, are you ready to vote? All those who are still here, against me. We gave the people of the meeting one season. Thank you. Mr. President, my traffic going presiding from Miami County and Tennessee. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. To bring to their attention some of the issues that we have gathered, some of the complaints coming from our people back home regarding the implementation of this local government act. As all of us to be aware, this act was passed sometime September 2018. And since this act was passed, there were some actions that were supposed to be taken, and we are just 11 months to 20.5, which will make it exactly 7 years after this act was passed. So, few concerns that I'd like to bring to your attention. One of them is the issue of our local authority. According to Article 56 of our Constitution, our counties, parliamentary, general counties, these positions, the Constitution gives the right that these people are supposed to be elected. But in the absence of elections, the Ministry of Internal Affairs also have the authority to make appointments into those positions. And since then, many of these people they are very concerned on the issue of their benefit. None of them, some of them have been taking pay, some of them are not. So they want to know what the status are, whether they are still being considered under the law or whether they are not being considered under the law. Another issue again is the issue of the various citizen status across the country. The law also provides that by by 7 years after the enactment of this act, many of those cities will be dissolved, and only the capital for counties and borough will be established, will exist. So it's important that as we go close towards the end of the 7 year as stipulated by the act, it's important that we invite the Minister of Internal Affairs to come and let us know, or to at least give us a report as to the preparations of some of those issues that have been raised in this act and how they are going about in terms of our local government in the various counties and in our various districts. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. I will stay come back to provide any information if necessary. Distinguished with the presentation of the
So the anti-COFA blog on today, when the section, the John Chimon, and there were a lot of issues that were discussed here. Now, the question here is where this country is heading to, owing to the fact that the halls of legislature or the legislative branch of government has been divided. Most especially looking at the House of Representatives, where 43 lawmakers are anti-COFA and 30 lawmakers are in support of COFA. Where this country is headed to, when we have thousands of Liberians that are living in actual poverty, when we have thousands of Liberians that cannot afford to buy food for themselves, when we have thousands of Liberians that do not have sleeping places, when we have thousands of Liberians that cannot even send their child or children to school, when we have 73 lawmakers that are creating chaos in our country. 73 lawmakers are creating chaos in our country based on conflict of interest, based on self-benefit. Where are we headed to? Now that you are aware that the Supreme Court came out of their ruling after conference, asking the 43 lawmakers to follow the due process in removing the Speaker of the House. And instead of them abiding by the rules and regulations of the House and also adhering to the decision of the Supreme Court, those guys said the decision of the Supreme Court is from around Satan. So they are not going to adhere to the mandate of the Supreme Court. And so on today, they were able to have their section. And the Deputy Speaker preside over the section, wherein Speaker J. Fonati Kofa, Speaker proper of the 55th National Legislature, was unable to conduct the section today because they do not reach the quorum to conduct the section. Now, who is the executive branch of government going to do business with? Knowing for the world that the budget for 2024 and 2025 is to be presented before the House of Parliament, the representatives, for hearing.